Great stuff. Hey guys, I'm back with another episode. Now this one is about the Enya Inspire series. Now it sounded brilliant. I mean, you heard Keegan play it. I thought probably there was one of these pocket amps that he was using, but then I guess there's much more that he needs to explain to me now.
So this is what you would call a smart guitar. Remember how traditionally you had to carry a guitar and a pedal board and an amp and all of that? This has everything in one. You've got the guitar itself, you have an onboard processor for your effects, and then you have an amp. So you just take this, turn it on, and go. So what's interesting is they've kept like a traditional style in terms of the pickups itself. But they've added like digital processing and of course the volume control, coil split. This is a Strat style, HSS Strat with 24 frets, and if you turn this off and plug it in, it's going to function as a regular electric guitar, and as soon as you turn it on, you have your onboard effects, so overdrive, amp sims, delay, reverb, chorus, all fancy stuff.
So you don't have an amp, you can just sit with it, play with it. You go on stage, you plug it in. You can plug it into your pedal board or your guitar effects, whatever you have, your amp, and you can emulate the sound of those as well.
So that's what, right? So what you missed is you can also use the processor when you've plugged in. You need not use your pedal board when you're plugged in. So when you turn it on, you can elaborate on that.
Yeah. So what this button essentially does is it turns the processing on and off when you plugged in.
Right.
So once you turn this on, whatever effects you're hearing from the amp right now, it actually has like a crunchy amp sim.
Right.
That's going to come to your PA system. So just direct input. You don't need to use a stage amp or anything like that.
Now, for example, let's say this is something. Okay, I go on stage, and I want an effect. That's a delay, right? And I suddenly want to move to a drive because the next part of the song needs a drive. That may not be possible because I'll probably need to go pressing switches.
Yeah.
Now I do have a processor, or I have pedals. Can I use this with my pedals or my processor?
Yeah, absolutely. You can use it with your pedal board as well, because the pickups are still the traditional style pickups. So it's going to give you that guitar sound, and then your pedal board, whatever drive effects you have, they're going to do what it does with a normal guitar.
Okay.
The idea of having a processor on board is just convenience mainly.
But so this is an interesting thing, and this is what even Enya learned over. So they launched the Novago Sonic first, which is the Les Paul shaped guitar right here, and then they launched the Inspire, and they understood this challenge, which is why they actually launched the pedal, which you can buy separately and control the effects of that. Right. So if you want to switch, just use the pedal wirelessly and just switch.
That makes sense too, I mean, especially for smaller gigs where you don't really need to go with a whole arsenal of pedals, and a lot of artists who talk to me, they tell me, can we go for a smaller thing? Like we have, from IK Multimedia, something like a Tone X, where they just carry a Tone X and something else. So this actually makes sense. You have a guitar equipped with your effects, and then you have that switching system on your feet, and you do the job with it. Absolutely. So and it sounds great. I mean, can you just play some of the effects?
So I'll just cycle through. This is like a crunch effect, and also because the pickups work normally, you can actually roll down the volume and get it to clean out nicely. That edge of breakup sound. And then you add some delay.
Nice. I mean, do anything special about it? I mean, the wood that they've used, or...
Funny you mentioned wood. It's actually not wood.
Are you kidding me?
Uh-huh.
So this is not wood.
This is carbon fiber. Again, with Enya, I love how they innovate. If you have a wooden guitar with an amp inside, it's going to weigh a ton.
So this is all one mold?
Yes, seamless neck joint.
Excellent. I mean, the guys can see this. This is just gorgeous.
And if that wasn't enough, if you look at the interface here, so you've got a headphone out in case you have kids at home and you don't want to wake them up.
Wow.
You just plug your headphones in, and the interesting thing is this is chargeable. So it's got a C-type charger, but this also functions as an OTG out.
Okay.
So if you want to record into a phone or a laptop, you don't need to get like a sound interface or something like that. Just plug the C-type cable into your phone, laptop, tablet, whatever, and your DAW will recognize this as an interface. So just...
I mean, this has it all, yeah?
Yeah, it does.
This comes with your tremolo arm.
Yes, a 2-point trem.
Okay.
Like your Super Strats.
Okay. And the other model that you have there is more of the traditional Les Paul design.
Yes.
And that, of course, is a stop tail. And yeah. But then again, the same features, the same sound, everything. It's just for the guy who, or for a musician who likes to use or play a Les Paul.
Yeah. And I'd like to mention that the top is not actually flat. It's got a nice arch to it.
Okay.
So your trem can actually work as a floating. So if I want to do one of those.
Oh, nice. Just one more question. You know, for example, if I want to change the pickups on it, can I do that also?
Yes, you absolutely can change the pickups because again these are traditional pickups.
Okay.
So if you want to put in maybe a bunch of SIRs, EMGs, whatever, just to get that sound, Enya's made sure that you can actually install upgrades. So it's made for like a beginner or a professional. Especially I've seen a lot of gigging musicians, traveling musicians who play like commercial shows, and you got to travel by flight, can't carry too much. They just set their tones.
Makes sense, yeah?
Or set their tones. That's interesting because you know what? This actually connects to an app.
Right.
So you can modulate all your effects.
This something like this, this kind of an innovation. Of course, I've seen it for the first time, and it's surprising me. You know, there's no end to it. You know. All right, so let's check
cool.
how
so let me connect it to the app.
Yeah,
and
let's.
I'm going to hand over the phone to you so you can play around with it. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, just click on it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Inspire. Yeah. So it detects Inspire, and now you're connected.
Checking the guitar volume, the OTG volume, the Bluetooth volume here, the speaker, the monitor volume. I mean, it's an easy app to work with. The presets. So this I just changed it to waves. I guess that's the chorus. And we go into like a tremolo. Wow, it sounds great.
You can go into that and control each
edit
as well.
Sorry, I can just edit this
Yeah.
and change the name, change the background cover if you ever need it.
Have you
Edit.
managed to get into the
Wow, so
effects?
it basically goes into an amp module, so you can have the volume. Wow, I've increased the volume. I'm just moving it around. Okay, the modulation. Oh yes, this is fun. I'll save it. All right, and we go into a little bit of just so easy to work with. I mean, I'm using the app for the first time, and it's just easy. I mean, this anyone who gets a hold of this guitar and this app, I don't think will have a problem working through it.
So many use cases, right? Let's say the first one being just starting to learn the guitar. Of course, it's going to be an expensive affair, but I don't then have to invest in an amplifier, a processor, and everything else. I have one guitar and becomes everything. Second use case is if I'm a gigging musician, I then basically again don't have to carry anything else. This is all. If I'm a studio musician, I again don't need anything else, because with a studio musician, another advantage is I can on the go, like literally on the phone, I can process the sounds.
Brilliant.
These are 3 use cases I can think of.
So based on the conversations I've had with customers, a lot of them are songwriters, producers, and the idea is that if you come up with some idea in your head, by the time you set up a rig and amplify and all that, the thought is gone, even pulling up a DAW. But if this is just sitting over there, you just turn it on and
Yeah.
So that was one use case. Another one is for traveling musicians, especially these days with the flight situation and how they are, finicky about carrying pedal boards, and then the more luggage you carry, the chances of it getting lost. So I think traveling musicians who are definitely. And last case I think is the hobbyists who love playing guitar. They don't do it professionally, they probably work a day job. And a lot of people have guitars in their offices just next to their desk, so every now and then they can pick it up. With this, especially because of the headphone out, even if you're in a busy office, you can just put your earphones and just jam away.
What I feel is in today's generation relates more to an app than analog pedals.
Yeah.
A lot of them, this is creative as well. So you can have them on the app, making sounds, being creative, using this, of course, the guitar to do much more with their time rather than just being on the phone for something else. Being on the phone and being creative,
Smart one.
Yeah. Secondly, because of, since you mentioned it's like a carbon fiber body, I think warpages would also, there wouldn't be scenes where there'd be, guitar warping up.
Not heard of any.
Yeah, and as far as from what I see and the way you've played it, I think it's got a brilliant action to the, to the guitar. Coming to the speaker, I think there is also a Bluetooth connectivity.
Yes, you can connect, if you have a backing track and you want to jam along to that, you can play that via Bluetooth and it's going to come out of the speaker. Also, if you just want to listen to music. Yeah,
so that is another plus to this guitar. So it's just endless, and maybe they come up with a new app version or an upgrade to the firmware or something where they'd introduce more in terms of upgrading the app.
That's an advantage. That's actually a smart one, because this comes with a software, and the software is constantly evolving.
Yeah. So it's just like any new age guitar processor that is just evolving. I mean, it's you have a processor which you bought 4 years ago, but today you have just the firmware that's updated. Mm-hmm. The same is what probably Enya would do, and you keep getting better sound. And I'm sure if people do write to Enya, they are open to listen, and they're
always innovating.
They're always innovating. So I can think of besides the great stuff we all spoke about, I think there's so much more that they can do. Yeah. And I really like this guitar. I could probably see myself buying one or getting a gift from one of you all. So, just one quick question, but an important one. There's so much tech going on inside this. What if something happens? Because at the end of the day, it's electronics. So, what do you have to say about it?
So the cool thing about this is they're all modular. So
Okay.
each individual, like the amp is a separate. You can actually flip it around. You can take this cover off, and you have the amp module here. You have the processor separately, and of course the pickups.
Okay.
So if you have a problem with the pickup, you just change the pickups. If you have maybe your processor is cracking some problem, just change the module.
Okay.
If the amp's not working, you just change that module, and we work directly with Enya, so we can get the replacement parts.
Okay.
And also, even if you have a problem with the battery or this interface, they all come out like separately, so it's very easy to fix.
That's easy. That's easy. With any given electronics today, guitar processors, pedals, whatever, it's normally just changing the boards now. And it's no more, you exchanging the product. You just change the board and you're back to square one, you're back to new.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. This sounds good, man.
Want to try
Great
it out?
talking to you and listening to your guitar. I thought you were gifting it to me.